up, Victoria? How you doing? I'm good. How you doing today?
Doing very good. How are you?
Great. You know, the semester's about to end.
Yeah, summer's coming.
You know, summertime.
Yeah.
Summertime, time to grind.
Yeah. Time work on myself.
Yeah.
Eat better.
Eat better. Yeah, but most importantly, you know, just live life.
Live life to the best.
Live life to the fullest. You know, vision good.
Yeah.
Eat good. Be mentally, physically prepared. That's all. Yeah. So this is a good friend of mine, Victoria. She's a sophomore here at Centenary, and currently majoring in social work.
Yep.
Nice. And it's also a part of the Cyclone Chronicle.
Yeah. My minor is journalism.
Journalism, right? Yeah, same. Creative writing. So, yeah, Victoria, welcome to Sharing Your Visions by Nick Stormz. Pleasure to have you on here, and pleasure to thank you for coming up to me about this.
Course,
you know? I know you really wanted to get your voice out there, so that's the perfect time to do it. So, my first question for you is, what do you do for a living?
What do I do for a living? Well, I work at this place called Lifetime, and I work in the Kids Academy, where it's just like, I work with, kids, like actually babies, too, 0 to 12, and I just, kind of
school in a little bit. Yep. Yeah.
I look after them for around 2 hours. My shifts are usually 2 hours, so kind of how it works. And I also work summer camps, which I really enjoy because I really get to see the kids in their fun time, and I like seeing them grow up. I've seen a lot of these kids grow up, and it's really inspiring because a lot of them have these good outlooks on life, and I think that right now in this generation, it's really important to have that, and I really respect that, and I respect a lot of the parents for the way they are raising these kids, because sometimes when you're raised by the wrong parents, it affects you, and I think a lot of these kids are being raised by the wrong parents.
Totally. So, my second question for you is, since you mentioned, what was your major again?
Social work.
Social work. Okay. Do you see yourself out of college pursuing a career, doing something like that?
100%. I see myself working as a social worker in prisons because I've always been passionate about that. Originally, I wanted to be a correctional officer, but I figured if I'm in the prison, I'm not really helping prisoners. I think I want to help people before they get in that position, because
I'm about to say that sounds better.
Yeah.
Totally. Sounds a lot better.
For a while, I was really into the mental health of criminals and serial killers, and I really wanted to be able to help, parole and stuff like that. And I feel like being in social work, it'll definitely change a lot of people's lives. And I just want, criminals and just people in general to see that there's definitely a light at the end of the tunnel, and they can change their own lives. And I think that's a big lesson I've learned in my own life, where you can't let other people change your life, you have to change your own.
Totally. Agree 100%. Good words. Great words, So you're passionate about changing other people's lives.
Yes.
That makes you a hero, honestly, But you also gotta remember this too. Can't change people if they don't want to change for themselves, Can't help other people if they don't want to help themselves.
Yep.
So I learned that the hard way. Because I'm a person, I love to change people too, but if they're not gonna put the effort in, then no. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully they learn though.
Right. Big lesson in life.
Life's not rainbows and ponies.
No.
At all. So my other question for you is, what made you become passionate about journaling?
Journalism, I've always been a passionate writer, and especially writing about music and writing about feelings. And I think
I'm gonna get onto that music question next.
I think that being able to put how I feel out there, whether it's in articles or not, I think it's important for me to have a voice in that specific area, because I think being in the newspaper is a good way to do that. And that's why I joined it. I actually originally joined it because I needed the class, and then I enjoyed it so much that I wanted to do it for 2 more semesters. And shout out to Professor Zada.
Professor Zada, yep.
She was a great professor, and she's inspired me so much to, really keep going with it, and respect myself for what I'm doing. And she really inspires us to put what we want to into our writing and our feelings.
Right, she's almost right with passion. Yeah.
She's also a very passionate teacher.
Very easy going. Very easy going.
And it's also why I love the class. But going on to journalism, like I said, I just want to get, my feelings out there. And if anything I say can inspire somebody, that's the biggest thing.
Inspiring the world.
Yeah.
So, my other question, and I like to ask this question to everybody.
Right.
So if you could predict your future in 10 years, where do you see yourself?
Predict my future in 10 years? I hope to have the career I want. I hope to be a social worker, like I said, changing people's lives. I hope to have my own house. I hope to have changed my parents' lives by giving them a better life. Not saying they don't have a good life, but I want to get them a better car. I want to get them a bigger house, stuff like that.
Totally.
I want to make them proud. I want to make my whole family proud. I hope to have a partner. I hope to get married. Just let life flow the way it is. But that's probably where I see myself.
Yeah. So bonus question. Bonus question. I like to say it like that. I remember when we first met during the summer program.
Right. Yeah.
I saw you playing the drums, and I gotta say, you got some real talent there. Real talent. So my other question is, even though you're focused on the career, do you really see yourself maybe drumming as a hobby?
Yeah, I wish I did it more. I think musically I'm passionate about a lot of things. Drumming, I tried to play guitar for a little bit, that didn't work out. For a while I was really into rapping, and I think that's something that really inspires me. I think a lot of the rappers nowadays are very inspiring. Personally, my favorite is Jack Harlow. I think the way
shout out to Jack Harlow, yeah.
My shirt. I think the way he presents himself and the way he respects other people, and just his music too, is just so real. And I think nowadays, a lot of the content in music is very, not. I guess it's like more sexual, and I don't think a lot of people put their feelings out there. And I think that he's one of those people that just puts, how he really feels onto the page, and that's the type of writer. And even if I became a rapper, just not not as a career, but as a hobby, I think that's how I want to be. Just like Juice WRLD too. He was he really knew how to put things on the page and really changed a lot of people's lives. And just with everything I do, I want to change people's lives. And I think I want to look up to the people that know how to do that too.
Totally. And then you also want to get people that look up to you.
Yeah, I want people. 100%.
You always want to be your own inspiration.
Yeah, I want to be an idol to other people, but I also want to see myself as an idol to myself, to where, I think of myself as another person, and would I look up to myself, and I hope I would.
Good luck on your journey.
Thank you.
Great. Best of luck. And thank you so much for being on here.
Of course.
Go on.
What's up, man?
What's going on, baby?
How you doing today?
Regular.
Regular. How you feeling today?
I feel good. I'm excited about today, Just finished training, just got some work done, so now I'm locked in with, you.
Locked in, man. Let's do it. So this is Matthew Thomas, former overseas hooper. Got a good collaboration with the Deuce brand, and he's a YouTuber. Really good baller. You guys should check him out.
I appreciate it.
Right? Shout out to you, bro. So welcome to sharing your business about Nick Storms.
Yeah, I've been waiting, man. Big fan. As you guys see, I'm here rocking my boys. I want to see him be successful. And, just more endeavors. I love the drive that you have, the way that you're pushing, the way that your work's going. So I respect that.
Yeah, man. Awesome. You know what that is. So man, let's get started. So my first question for you is, what do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm a head basketball trainer at Lifetime Sky. I work with various players, overseas players, NBA players, a couple of average Joes, college students and stuff like that. Just trying to see everybody get to the next level, whatever it is for them.
So, what leagues around New York City do you participate in?
I played in leagues like Dykeman, I played in, obviously, the league here, Ultimate Hoops.
Ultimate Hoops, yeah. Shout out to Ultimate Hoops.
Yeah, I've traveled. I played in West Fork. And as me being a YouTuber, I also like to fly out the country and go to different states and stuff like that and play as well.
Okay, yeah. So, my other question for you is, how did this collaboration with the Deuce brand start?
Deuce brand started a few years ago. I went viral out in Chicago. while wearing a douche t-shirt. Prior to that, I was asking them to like do collabs with me, and they were not paying me no attention, I promise you. So what I did was I just stayed consistent. It just so happened at the right time and at the right fit, and just started with a care package. And then from then on, I just started speaking to them in more of a consistent basis and telling them like, you know, what I want to do with my career. They liked where and what I was doing. They liked how I'd grown, and it was something they could get behind. And then that's how we started collaborating and working together.
So, what's some advice you got for any young hoopers that are trying to make it big?
As far as biggest plan, one of the biggest things is keep the simple things the simple things. You know, be efficient as far as shooting. Be a defender. If you are from the town, if you're from the city, one of the biggest things they say about us is that we can't shoot. So one of the things I would tell a kid that's trying to grow up in their ages now, I would say focus on making shots, not shooting shots. There was a certain time where I was shooting 300, shooting 500, and then I didn't really see my game shift until I started making 500, making 1,000. So if you're serious about this basketball world, whoever it is, I would say one of the things that keeps you on the court is defense.
Totally, yeah.
Defense keeps you on the court. Conditioning, the better in shape.
Yeah, you gotta be able to have good stamina for sure.
And you gotta be able to hit a shot. Like no matter what defense is on, you gotta be able to be efficient, knock down shots, and keep pushing.
I would say too, and being an off dribble shooter, right? Because I figure like most like players, they're better shooting. They're like more of a catch and shoot shooter than more of an off dribble shooter. And I'm like, if that's like a weakness, then what you gotta do is elevate, right? And basically, like what I was taught in my life is work on your weaknesses.
Right.
So I remember, shout out to my dad for this one. We always worked on my left hand.
Okay.
My left, bro, I used to sharpen my left hand, bro. Like I could not do anything with my left hand at all. So what we did was I just kept dribbling with my left hand. I go to the store with a basketball drill with my left hand, and I just kept doing layup drills with my left hand, or even just have my right hand behind the back and just keep.
So is your left like elite like your right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's solid. That's solid.
Now I'm elite with my left now, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I made sure to stay on
The
there.
funny thing is I broke my finger like 2 years ago with my right hand, and when I broke it, like I only could do my left for a while, and I started realizing like, oh, I feel more comfortable now that I'm back fully healthy.
Right,
I'd rather lay the ball out with my left than I do with my
Left
right.
hand, yeah.
So, hey, make sure you're working your left hand. You heard it here first, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. All right? Get your left right.
Left, right. So yeah, man. My other question is, how's it been being a trainer here at Lifetime? Is it hard, difficult, easy, walking the park?
I mean, every job has its challenges, but I think the biggest challenge for me is just being creative. I think being creative and figuring out how to work on the dynamics, to working with a top level athlete that has worked with various trainers, to work with a person that has to work with no trainers. You know, being understanding of both lifestyles and figuring out what's the best part for them. I think that's the hardest part that it's been for me, but it's also been the same fun part, because as I am learning how to work with these people, their personalities, their energies, their body types, I'm growing as a person as well. You know, I'm a sponge. I'm soaking up everything I can, and that's what I want to do for the most part. So I love it. Like it's just been, it's been a doozy. One thing I'm gonna tell you though, you want to be a trainer, basketball trainer, you're gonna have to make sure you stretch, you foam roll, and you take care of your body. If you're not taking care of your body, you gotta think about it. Like sometimes I can work 5 to like 6 hours working with different players, and I need to make sure that I'm okay to recover. So make sure you're recovering. All players, shots you shoot, the defense you work on, whatever you're doing, recovery is so big. Ron, CP3, they got 20 plus years in the league. You know what I mean? And lock in on that for sure.
Yeah, man. I was like one of the. Shout out to all the trainers that train me. And one thing they always told me too is not just living physically or as athlete, but mentally. You know, so that's one thing I always learned.
I agree.
From people too.
Because that mental aspect can now bleed over into real life. And it helps you get through a lot of things. I can tell you with basketball, it got me through a lot of tough situations that I think if I didn't have, I don't know if I would have been able to overcome them. But one thing I tell people is find that outlet and be elite.
Yeah. Sports overall, bro, it teaches you just life things in general, bro. Like overcoming setbacks, elevating physically and mentally.
True.
And obviously networking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what I'm doing right now. Like what we doing, networking.
Networking goes far. Networking goes far because I have 3 college degrees. But what I'll tell you is the networking that I've done and my degrees, the networking has helped way more. The conversations, the embrace changes things. And now that everything is going more AI, more computer based, more the human interaction isn't as valuable as it once was. I'm big on networking. I'm big on talking to somebody and really getting a feel for their energy.
Right, but it's also too. It's like understanding what field they're in, and also what I feel like networking is also a key skill in life because you obviously want to be social, right? And you want to know obviously other people's interests, what they see themselves doing. Like I just actually spoke about it with my man Pablo. Shout out to him.
Right.
If you don't have a plan A, well, if you have a plan A, but you don't have a plan B, plan C, plan D, then like what's next?
Yeah.
You know, I think that's really significant.
And one thing for me is like when I was doing the basketball thing, like I don't think I had a plan B. And if I'm being honest, like I didn't have a plan B. My only mindset was I'm going to the NBA and that's it. You know what I mean? And
yeah, man, that's a lot of young cats nowadays.
Yeah, for sure. And I can see it. And one thing about it is what I did that I didn't realize I was doing was I was putting things in my way while pursuing the NBA that now allowed me to be in the space that I'm in now, not knowing that I was building the foundation of what the next generation would need and stuff like that. But I do see a lot of players that they don't have a backup plan, and it does tend to mess them up. And one quote I always hear is if you have a plan A, you shouldn't have a plan B, C, because that means you're thinking that plan A will work. It depends on whoever you are, your lifestyle.
It's like juggling.
Yeah, like you take whatever advice works for you. I'm not going to tell you specifically what to do because I know what my upbringing was. I think just trust yourself. Whatever you do, 10 toes down. If it's not 10 toes down, don't cry about work that you did not put in.
Chin up, chest out.
Yeah, for sure.
Chin up, chest out. So, man. So another question I'd like to ask my guests on here is, if they could predict their future in 10 years, where do they see themselves? So I gotta ask, did you predict your future? Did you think you'll be right here or somewhere else?
No. 10 years? Like, I ain't gonna lie, by this time I felt like I was gonna be, I felt like I would have been in the NBA. I would have got me an MVP trophy, maybe a championship.
Shout out to SGA, he just got it. Yep.
Yeah, I would have been like, for me personally, I would have wanted to like get to the league. I did play overseas for a few years, and I'm grateful for that. But I think when I was younger, I was definitely like NBA.
I forgot to ask that question, bro. What was your experience like playing overseas?
Overseas was crazy. Overseas was crazy. It depends on your situation, like depending on where you go to. Germany was beautiful for me. Dominican Republic was beautiful for me as far as like the aesthetics. But like I was in one of the lower divisions in Dominican Republic, and my living situation was crazy. I found myself like I was flipping my bed over, and I had bed bugs under my bed.
God!
So you gotta think about it. Like I'm getting a chance and an opportunity to play the game that I love and get paid for it. But this is my living situation. So now I gotta figure out how to push myself and get to the next level. So it was pretty strenuous, but it was one of the best experiences ever. That's what led me to having a YouTube channel, because I feel like there's so many hoopers out there that need to know like how much talent is out there, know your story, and tell your truth.
Get your voice out there. And that's actually why I started this podcast.
Okay. I rock it for sure.
Yeah, man. It's even funny. I just went on your YouTube channel, watched a few park games. I think you posted a few games where you were like pulling out to people's parks. Well, not people's parks, but like public parks. And bro, there was a clip I died laughing. Where a player got the ball in the corner. He took like 3 steps. He was like, oh, travel. He was complaining. I'm like, nah, but that's a travel. Come on, man. Why is he crying and complaining?
The other thing about me is that I always get guys like that because I'm the one with the camera.
Right.
So because I'm the one with the camera now, the calls I make aren't as good. The moves I'm doing, they want to follow extra and stuff like that. And that's what you do. Like when you put that camera out and people start seeing it, you got to make sure that you're ready to perform.
Man.
So like the world is going definitely content based. So you definitely make sure you performing.
Elevate your content in general, bro. Like that's what I'm trying to do. Honestly, and ever since then I started networking, and I actually started utilizing that as like one of my key strengths in life to be successful.
Okay, I like that. I'm a big fan of you. Like I love everything that you do, what you stand for.
That, man.
When you walk through the space and stuff like that, you just have a light. you gravitate, you have such a good energy, and that's the positive thing about you. Like for you, if I had to say in 10 years, I know you're gonna be pretty successful. I know you are, man. You got a great smile, got great energy. I see you knocking down NBA 3-point shots now. You always locked in, and I respect that. You know, and as a young kid now, most people in this world, in this generation, they deviate and go ways that they should. You know, they got the trap music, they got so much BS that's going on. So what you want to focus on is just keep it up, man. I believe you.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, man.
Sure,
It means a lot, for real. So actually, I want to get into the story real quick. It's probably the longest interview we got. Wow. But hey, it's good. About a year ago, me and Matt actually scrimmaged at the gym here at Lifetime, and we played a good game. We lost by 2 points, but this team was on point. It was great. It was great energy, great competitiveness, and ever since then, he said, "Yo, what's your name? This and that." I'm like, "Nick Storm." He's like, "Yo, we got game, bro. We should definitely collaborate." So I'm like, "Hey, man, here we are now."
I promise you, he came on the court, and I'm like, who is this kid? Bro? I'm like, he was like the smallest kid on the court. You know, at this time, I'm running through the gym, so he comes on. I don't pay him no attention really, and he comes out threes, layups. I'm like, yo, who are you? Like, who are you? I'm like, I know all the good players here. Who are you? And he came out, and I was like, yo, you establish yourself early. Like I said, you stay with that. Stay with that mindset. You get your, self into this game, and you make sure people feel your energy, feel your presence, and you go kill whoever's in front of you.
Yeah, man. So it's about the line mentality. I always operated with that, because a lot of times I've been overlooked too. And I feel comfortable saying this. I've been cut, I've been overlooked, I've been embarrassed before. I have my moments, right? But I just never let that stop me. I kept prevailing through the setbacks, and basically, I had a storm coming out soon. This is my idea to start this, to show that you can always turn comebacks into setbacks.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, no,
setbacks in
setbacks in the comebacks.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Yeah, comebacks in the setbacks.
Got you a week, man.
Yeah. That was funny.
Nah, I definitely appreciate you having me on, man.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much for being on here.
Of course. Listen, if you guys are locked in, man, if you guys aren't commenting, support my boy, man. What y'all doing, man?
Come on, man.
Why not?
What am I doing to y'all, man? Come on, if y'all want to connect, let's just connect. We make the bread. We make the bread. We start striving. And next thing you know, we go worldwide. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, family. Sure.
Kris, what up, my guy? What's going on, man? How you feeling today? You already know.
Good, man. Welcome to Shane Business by Nick Storm.
I like this, man. Let's do it, man. You already know.
So this is Flyboykhris, my guy right here. We met up today.
Yes, sir.
Comedian,
actor. He do it all. Definitely. Stand-up comedian, actor, baby. Man of many hats.
Man of many hats, bro. Yeah, man. So I'm excited to have you on here.
Let's do it, baby.
So, my first question for you is, what do you do for a living?
Basically, I'm a stand-up comedian, just like I said. That's my full-time stand-up comedian, actor, host, radio host. I do it all, baby. Straight out of Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Southside. What they say? Southside,
we outside, Queens.
Southside, we outside.
You already know.
Yes, sir, man. So, all right. So, my other question for you is, how'd your comedian career start?
My comedian career started because I've been doing this for over 15, 20 years now. It was another comedian I actually seen doing comedy, checked him out, saw how things were, but then basically I've been following comedy for years, but I'm gonna say I gotta give people their flowers, and I started watching more of Kevin Hart, and I felt like seeing him doing what he's doing and how he is, I kind of followed in his footsteps and went from there.
Kevin Hart, he's a good one.
Yeah, good comedian.
Great guy. Shout out to him.
Yeah, everybody knows. Shout out to Kevin Hart, man. I met him up one time. You already know. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, my dad's doing his thing with him with Grand Camino and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, so doing great things. Some other question for you is, since you mentioned earlier you was into acting, right?
Yeah.
Were you host? Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, bro. Were you in movies?
Yeah, I did two movies actually. It's on Tubi. It's called Pray Before You Eat 2, and the other one's called Divide If We Fall. It actually goes in place with the other one. So it's Pray Before You Eat, Pray Before You Eat 2, and then Divide If We Fall.
Got it, man. So are you looking forward to being casted in more roles?
Oh, most definitely.
Well, definitely, a lot of the other roles. Actually, the person that actually directed those 2 movies. And said today we're gonna work on some more, and I got some other things in the works. I'm gonna do on my own. And man, I can't wait. Excited. So yeah, man. So one of the questions I like to ask my guests on here is like, if they could predict their future in 10 years, where they see themselves. If I could ask, did you predict your future would be this, or you think it'd be doing something else? You never know. I can't. I mean, you saying you can predict the future, but nobody actually can predict the future. But if I want to put it out there in the universe, I'm say by now, by 10 years, I should be doing something greater and better. I'm not gonna say what. I want to do more movies. I want to have more stand-up, and basically, I want to do more acting roles of TV shows and movies. So by then, within 10 years, that's where I would like to see myself. Totally, bro. This is a good one. I actually wanted to ask. So since you mentioned movies, you want to do more roles. What specific genres do you see yourself doing? I mean, it don't matter. Like, I want to do it all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna pick one specific. Like action, suspense, some drama. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some suspense. You know, flipping over cars like Tom Cruise. You know, stuff like that. Oh, playing stunts, bro. I just saw the new Mission Impossible. It was great. It could be a Marvel movie. You never know what can happen. You know. So that's Marvel movie. I'll do a Marvel movie. I don't even care. I'll be a superhero. I don't care. Yeah. Hey, bro, appreciate it, bro. Yeah, always. Nah, yeah, bro, it's crazy. I'm a huge Marvel geek, bro. Yeah, I'm a no cap. Marvel DC, right here. Yeah, bro, Marvel DC. I know, like, yo, bro, they actually got some. They got a new Avengers movie coming out. Yeah, they definitely do. Definitely do. Secret Wars, like, bro, the franchise just keeps going. Yeah, the franchise keeps elevating. Like, I'm loving it. That's a fact. It's like with the same thing with Fast and Furious. Yep, same thing. That's a fact. Loving it, bro. Loving it, man. So, all right, my final question. All right, let's hear it. So, we already know we're here, Bowling for Peace. Shout out to H2O, man. Shout out to H2O. It's my brother. You know what I'm saying? I got to give a big shout out to Don DeMarco, because if it wasn't for Don DeMarco, DJ Don DeMarco, I wouldn't even doing Bowling for Peace, because he threw me out there one day and was like, go ahead, host. And me and H met up. So, shout out to Don DeMarco and H2O for doing it. Shout out to him. Shout out to both, bro. Smaller question is, how do you feel to be here, bro? This is a blessing. I love it, because this is the 9th annual. I'm going to say it again. This is the 9th annual Born for Peace. And every year we go up. And it don't matter if it's the basketball, we've done softball. Bowling, yeah, man. Bowling. Right. So I've been there for every event. So you know what? It's just going to keep going up and up from here. So you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We like to see different things. You know, it's a growing process. And then every year there's new people in there. So that's how it is. Yeah. Hey, my guy, appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you. Oh, Nick's course. Make sure y'all keep following him, man. It's a good guy right here. You already know. Up and coming, baby. Up and coming. Flyboykhris. All right, well, my guy H2O, how you doing? I'm good. Great event today, bro. Thank you. He's doing your thing. Love to see you running on the court. Yeah. Love to see you sticking to your passions. Yeah. Yeah, man. So, look, welcome to Share Your Business by STORMZ. And let's get started. So, my first question is, what do you do for a living? What I do for a living? Yeah. I'm a PE teacher, right? A high school PE teacher. But I also have my own nonprofit called Bowling for Peace, and that's what I do. Yeah. Bowling for Peace, yes sir. Bowling for Peace. Yeah. So my other question is, how'd you get started with elevating the brand? I started because of all the senseless acts of violence that was going on in our community and all over the world. I did my first game at Baruch College 10 years ago. We're at the 9th annual because I didn't do one during COVID in 2020. But I doubled up. I went to Houston and Miami, and we caught back up. But we're at year 9 right now. Yeah. So my passion has been switched from playing on the court as a professional basketball player to being a community activist. Yeah, like Flyboykhris said, annual night. Yeah, right? yeah. I just filmed them actually. Yeah. So what inspired you to start this? What inspired me to start it was again the senseless acts of violence that was going on. It was definitely needed. It was a crazy time, not just here in New York, but again all over. And I did it. You know what I mean? When nobody else did, I did it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So usually a lot of people face challenges. Yeah. Obviously trying to grow a brand. So I kind of want to ask, did you ever like face any challenges? Oh, of course. The biggest challenges in putting these things together is usually getting the venues to do them at, right? So I doubled back this year with John Jay. We have a great rapport. I love the energy here. I love what they do.
and it's a great community atmosphere, and it's also a place where the community and cops come together. This is where they do their graduate the police and things of that nature. So it just makes sense.
Yeah. So going forward, going for peace, how do you see this progressing?
We're going to open up the Peace Center so we can control our own narrative. Where again now we have our own after-school program, time programs. And that's what I plan on doing, and open up multiple schools and stuff.
Right, and you also mentioned softball, bowling.
Yeah, so we have our annual quarterly events: basketball, softball, flag football, and bowling. Yeah. Yep. So next will be softball against NYPD. That's gonna be July 26th, and after that will be flag football and then bowling. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
I was right with that. So
Yeah.
So usually what I like to ask my guests on this channel is if they can predict their future in 10 years, where they see themselves. Did you predict your future?
So
did you think you'd be right here or like somewhere else?
After the first year, I didn't. Before the first year happened, I didn't know I would be the face of peace. But after doing it, I knew I had to be right. There was just something that took over me, and every day, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about how I can expand or grow Ballin' for Peace. So yeah. But again, thank you for having me. I appreciate it too. And we out of here. We shut it down. Ballin' for Peace. Yes, sir.
We outside.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bobby Konders. Huge pleasure.
Love. My G's, Nick, big up.
Hey man, yes sir. Y'all know who this is. This is Bobby Konders, the man, the myth, the legend. Been in the game since the 1980s. The CEO of Master B, founder, I thought, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. And pioneer legend in dancehall and in reggae. And I did a collaboration with Hot 97. Hey man.
Every
big
Sunday
things.
on Hot 97. Every Sunday 9 to 11. Master B family, Bobby Konders, and a real Jabba on the gram. You already know. A lot of things over the years. A lot of production, a lot of producing, a lot of dances, a lot of parties all over the world. And you already know.
Yeah, man. Bring the culture.
Yeah,
Yes, sir, man.
Global, worldwide.
Worldwide. Yeah, man. So welcome to Shane Visit by Nick Storms.
There it is.
Hey, man. Pleasure to have you on here.
Well, we're glad to be here. You already know, like, you're a young man, but you have people that look up to you and look up to your positive messages that you present to younger gentlemen. So
absolutely, man.
We're
and
proud
shout out
of
the
you.
world. World's
Yeah,
one of
man.
them. You know what I'm saying?
shout out to my son World and my daughter Kiana as well. You already so.
Yeah.
We here. We doing a lot of things. Yo, if you're in Brooklyn, the Brooklyn community on Sundays, you already know we have Fire Sundays. That's outside in the streets, 21 and over, in the hood, 1007 Utica Avenue, the heart of Brooklyn. I produced a lot of songs. I done work with Vibes Cartel, Bounty Killer. I did some stuff with Shabba back in the 90s. We had some hit records with T.O.K. and Richie Spice. And the list goes on. We, constantly putting out music on the Master B label and constantly just DJing in parties. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things going on, but we just stay active.
Right, active. Yeah, man. So my first question is, you grew up in New York City, right? Brooklyn, the borough, right? And that's a city that breeds culture. So my first question is, when did you discover music, specifically in DJing?
From I was a little boy in my daddy's household, because I did live in New York as well as Pennsylvania, and
Right.
I got to big up my father for introducing to me to all kind of music, from Philly soul. I just gravitated to reggae music, but me personally love all kind of genres. I like dance music, I like hip hop, R&B, and so forth. But I found my niche with Master B label, reggae music, reggae dancehall. It may not be like mainstream to America, but globally there's pockets everywhere around the world that people like reggae. Some might just know the Bob Marley kind of reggae,
Right.
and then some may know more of the dancehall reggae. So, I love the cultural music, and I love dancehall as well. So if you're in Brooklyn or Bronx, you already know it's a big Caribbean culture, and parties all the time.
Right. So how did growing up in New York City influence your vision?
Well, I think I've been influenced really living in a variety of places.
Mm-hmm.
I got to big up Eastern Pennsylvania. I lived in Brooklyn. I lived in Spanish Harlem. I lived in Queens in the projects, Ravenswood projects.
Right.
But like one thing I would say for me is like my father was a good role model because he was always there. He was a disciplinarian, but I seen what hard work was. You know what I'm saying? So when you started independent record label back in like 1991, 92, it was more than just producing the music. That was the easy part. You would have to press the records, be in Kingston, Jamaica, or you'd be wherever you press the records, bring them back, distribute them. And that back in the 90s, we would have mom and pop record shops in every community, in the Caribbean communities, as well as in Manhattan, rock and soul records, so forth, Bronx, and we would distribute them out the car, sell them out the car. To the point then, where the label got popular, I realized that I'm selling to Japan, in the Caribbean, Canada, all through Europe, Ghana. You know what I'm saying? And people are buying records. So it's a grind. You know, it's a grind. It's different now in 2025, where you just have a digital distributor and you put it out. But they, you know, corporate America, the world has kind of devalued the music, whereas we used to be able to make money as an independent grassroots label on a record to sell a record, whereas now it's less than penny a stream. So it's very difficult.
So when you started Massive B, right, and began your radio career with Hot 97,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I was mixing for BLS. I was mixing for BLS in the late 80s, early 90s, WBLS, which if people don't know, that was owned by the Sutton family, which was the first African-American owned radio station in America, family based out of Harlem, and they had WBLS. Then when BLS, I was there for about 7 years. I left and Funk Flex linked me to start mixing and doing a reggae show on Hot 97.
Shout out to Funk Flex. Yeah.
Big up Flex around 93 or 94, 1993 or 94. And that's where I brought in a young man named Jabba. And for the sound system, when I was DJing, Jabba would be the MC. If you know anything about dancehall, reggae dancehall culture, you know there's always somebody talking on the mic, say more so than American music. Amping up the crowd, hyping up the party, where I would be considered the selector, the DJ. I started mixing for Hot. I brought Jabba in, and we still been working here this 30 years later. Okay. And that's me and him do the party on Fire Sundays, as well as Jabba has done many big things. He was in the movie Shot Us. He does Best of the Best concert, like I don't know, it's 15th or 20th year. And Love and Harmony Cruise with Bears Hammond, Buju Banton, and so forth. So he's done a lot of big things as well. So I got to big up Jabba. And there's another veteran reggae artist I got to big up that's been down with me, the starting of Massive B from the early days, is an artist by the name of Buju Banton. He's a foundation reggae singer, and he put a lot of hours into work with me in the studio. And we have hit records that we put out, Boom With This, Better Than Them, West Milan, Sensi, and a lot of songs. And I've toured Europe and Japan with Boro as well. So yeah, man, we've been blessed. We've been blessed to see the world and be able to make money doing it and provide for our family, you know, because, you know, you're global, you go around the world and play music, it's a blessing. You know, totally. People get to pay you, they pay you for your service, but then you're seeing the world. I love seeing the world.
Hey man, traveling's a life. Yeah.
Facts.
Totally. So yeah, man, my question was gonna be, when you started Massive B and began your radio show, did you have a blueprint in mind, or you just went along with it?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I wanted to be a positive role model. We projected that. Sometimes the songs could be a little violent or whatever. We played the radio edits, of course, but be a positive role model in the community, as well as bringing the party to the radio. The whole hypeness, hey, boy, bah, 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 bah.
Hey, whoa, hey,
rah, rah, rah. All of that. So with the sound effects, Jabba talking his things, we bringing the artists up, me dropping the instrumental, a rhythm, and then the artist performing on the show, and it's been vibes, them kind of vibes. That was the essence of what we wanted to do for the radio show, and we continually to do that. The other day, I just interviewed Cranium, I had Shensia here, Massacre, and so forth.
Yes, sir, man. So my other question is, what were some of the biggest challenges you faced in the early days as a DJ?
Well, this getting in the door, you know, and you got to be willing to do the small work, you know, to be a soldier. And there's levels of that, because you may, once you get in,
right,
it may take you years to get where you want to go. But if you get into whatever building you're trying to get into, to me, back in '86, it was WBLS, and then Hot 97. Radio was everything. This is before digital era. This is before TikTok and Instagram. So that was where it was at. So for me, I got in the building and I just paid my dues and did what I had to do. You know, I had my boss, I got to big up Fred Buggs for giving me, and BK Kirkland for giving me my opportunity at WBLS back in 85, 86. And I interned for like probably 6 months to a year before I made $1. They said, yo, this kid is a hard worker. They gave me a job and didn't pay much, but that little bit of money held me down and allowed me to live somewhere. Like I lived on couches, my friends' couches. I rented a room in the projects or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just to have a place to rest my head and build and go and grow from that.
Right.
So you gotta be willing. If the boss says go down to the corner store, the bodega, yo, we need 3 waters. We got so and so coming by. Humble yourself, play your position, go get the waters. You understand? If you ain't got the money, obviously it'll give you the money, but be a soldier. It's even like at Hot 97. Okay, I might run Massive B, but at Hot 97, I'm a soldier. I never forgot that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm doing mix show. I'm not the morning show. I'm not Funk Flex. I'm not on every day. I do a mix show. So I'm a soldier for Hot 97. I play my position.
What I was going to mention, every Sunday too, right?
Every Sunday 9 to 11. Me and Jump.
Right, man. So yeah, man, what's some advice you would give to any young creators out there that are trying to make their own move?
Well, the creating scene is different than how I came up. Because I would just say be a soldier. But whatever you're trying, I would say, like with this thing here you're doing and this whole social media thing, and learn the business as you go along, or learn it before you get involved, right? So you know what you're doing, and like for instance, learn how to monetize it or whatever, because that's what everyone says you should try to do. So the game's ever going to evolve and change. You may, as you get older, might feel like it'll change for the worse, but that's just where it is. You either adapt or get out the game. I've learned to adapt. I'm posting on social media. I got my TikTok, I got my Instagram. I stay relevant, you know, and still do what I do. But I know I'm not 21. I am who I am. I am a man of my age, and like still have my responsibilities and my standards, you know. And then when it just comes to different things, just be on time and be a professional. You know what I'm saying? Respect people, you know.
Totally. Yeah, man. So one of the questions I'd like to ask my guests on here is if they could predict their future in 10 years, where do they see themselves? Did you think you would be right here in this business, or somewhere, or like somewhere else?
I don't know how long the radio thing and the DJing thing would last for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm just gonna ride it out to the end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I love what I do. Producing doesn't generate the money it used to do. I still, you know, love DJing at parties, and you know, being with my family, and you know, I love it. I mean, I'm just gonna ride it out and keep doing it. You know, and maybe other opportunities will come. Like in 2007, Grand Theft Auto hit me, and I had Massive B Radio on.
Shine right there too, yeah.
I had Massive B Radio on there, and there's different opportunities. You know, you just never know. I'm not the most political person, but I'm a respectful person. So, you know, you just try to stay relevant and see where it goes. Remember, hard work.
Hard work, yeah. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. That's what I like to tell myself, yeah, man. Oh, Bobby, man. Huge pleasure, family.
I appreciate the link, my G, and continued success for yourself.
Yes, sir.
All right, world, what's good, bro?
What's good?
What's good, bro? Rio General. Rio General.
Yo. Rising star right here, I'm telling you.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Rising star. Yo, what you want to say to the camera?
Never give up on your dreams. Keep trying your hardest. Don't let yourself down.
Keep cooking.
Never give up.
Keep cooking.
There it is. I love you, boy.
That's
there it is.
Bye,
Nick.